Now come here and press F5. Now you can see the love is highlighted or marked. Hello friends, how are you? I love your faces to see you here again. Today we are going to learn text formatting in HTML5. So we learned so far in the previous videos, we learned about how we can style our HTML document, but today we are going to learn text formatting just using HTML. We don't need any other special attribute for this thing. So now the text formatting tag and how we can use in our web page. HTML also defines special elements for defining text with a special meaning. So I'm going to use some special words or special tag for tell you about that thing. This is my empty document and this is my first page.html, and then it's just a warning, don't look at it, totally empty page. So now we are going to build our page structure. So first I want to use a paragraph tag. I want to say that I love exercising. Okay, let me show you on here. Let me zoom this for you. It's 400% zoom. In the web browser, it's not the font size. The font size is this, but I'm going to increase its size to so you can see it easily. So now I love exercising. This is my paragraph, or it is inside the paragraph tag. I want to make the love tag as bold. So how I can do this? Just come back to my text editor, and within B tag I'm going to use the B tag. So B tag tells us that it is bold. Just come here again and press F5. Now you can see I love exercising and the love is bold. Now if I want to make this love underline also, how can I do this? Just come outside the B or inside the B, it's totally up to you. So I prefer to come inside the B, type U and then just close the U and come here and press F5. Now what is this happening? Why don't I come here and paste it here? Sorry, why can't I do this? Because HTML prefers to close and open tag with a sequence. So this is my paragraph tag, and inside paragraph tag I want to use a B tag. Inside B tag I want to use a U tag. Inside U tag I want to use another tag like H1 tag. You can see everything is closing within it. The U is closing it, the whole thing. Here is the U is starting point from here, but it is ending point here, not after B. So keep it in mind that every element of the tag have to close just after the opening tag, and within this tag any content can come. So here I use my paragraph tag and close that paragraph tag, and within paragraph tag I use B tag. B tag is closed here, but you can see it is misspelled here. It should be come here. Why? Because it is its opening point and closing point becomes B. This is not good. Just I'm going to cross it and come here and paste it here. Now it is perfectly fine. Now if I want to make another thing, I want to tell you something else. This is simple. Now if I want to make the love text semantically more good or strong, or make it more meaningful or important in the sense of SEO, which is search engine optimization, that helps the browser to seek information from you. For this purpose I'm going to use strong tag here, strong tag. Okay, and within strong tag I want to include this love. Now I come back here and press F5. You can see that it is also bold and it becomes also bold, but this strong tag have a specific meaning, but the B tag is not have any specific meaning. It's just change the texture or its pictorial form, but the strong tag is changing its importance and urgency to its content, or tell the browser that it is important. But the love of this thing, or in the line number 8, you can see this B tag is not referring any importance. So we always prefer to use strong tag for if you want to make your text important in the sense of, or in the view of browser. So now our next thing is italic text. How can I make my text italic? Now I come here and press I and close this I tag, and within I tag I'm going to use this. Now you can see a line here. It is telling me you should not use this thing or the B you should use strong tag instead of using b tag, and you should use em tag instead of using I tag. So what is em tag? We will look at it after this I tag, so don't worry. Now come back here and press refresh. You can see the love changes into italic format. You can see love is changed into italic format. Now I'm going to again make a copy of it, and then I want it to use the em tag here and close the em tag. Now see what happens. Again nothing happens. The both things are the same. The both are italic, but the second one have more meaning in it. It is emphasized text, but it is only telling the browser to just to make it italicized. But here em tag is emphasizing the text, and here it have a very special meaning. So it added a semantic importance to it. It opens with em and ends with em tag, having a very semantic meaning in it. So keep this thing, or keep these thing in mind. We should use em tag instead of I tag, and we should use strong tag instead of b tag. Now come here and look another tag, which is small tag, and also close the tag. Now you can see the love or this tag becomes smaller. Now what is happening? Actually this small tag is applying here. So the love is denoted with small tag, so you can see it, the font size becomes smaller. You can make it bigger. If you want to make multiple cursors like I'm going to do, I make multiple cursors, and if I want to remove, I can remove both at the same time to make my time more safe or secure. For this purpose, just click anywhere and then click or press alt button, and then click another place where you want to insert another cursor. Like if I want to insert two cursors after another line, then you can see I can write too many things. I can make multiple cursors like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's totally up to you how you can use your cursor. So I have two empty tags. Now I am going to use cursor here and press alt and then cursor here. Now I'm going to write my another tag, which is big. Maybe let's see, it works, but it is not recommended, or it is not a good suggestion to use the big tag. Okay, so keep it in mind also. But if you see anywhere b tag, you can also know that this thing, the big tag, is also telling that it is from older versions of HTML. So you should know, but you don't have to use, or you shouldn't use this big tag. Now another thing I want to tell you is subscripted text and superscripted text. So what is subscripted text and what is superscripted text? So our next thing is superscripted text. So let's suppose if you want to write the chemistry formula of water H2O. Now if I press F5, you can see H2O is here. If you can make the bold capital O, now you can see it is H2O written, but it is not formatted text. The two should come here. So what should I do? For this thing, for this very purpose, we use the subscripted text. The subscripted text tells the browser to take that thing, indent it from its top. Now you can see this, the H2O becomes, the 2 becomes smaller and indented from its top. Now if you want to make a math equation or formula or for algebra, or if you want to write the math equations and you don't know how you can write, let me tell you. Like if I want to square of x and plus square of y. Now if I want to display this thing, first I'm going to make the text inside the paragraph. I'm just pasting it here and I'm going to show you. Now you can see it is x2, and so this is my x2 plus y2, but it is not looking good. It should be indented from bottom. So what should I do? For this very purpose, I'm just come here and target the two text. So just I'm going to use submean from superscripted text, and then same thing for this too. Just Control C, copy, and come here and paste it. Now you can see the x plus y and the squares comes indented from its bottom. Now these are the things that HTML helps us a lot in text format, or if you want to write queries. Okay, our next thing is mark tag. So this is my mark tag. Inside my mark tag I can use, let me change some word, dogs. I love dogs. Now come here and press F5. Now you can see the love is highlighted or marked. So it is another thing that I want to tell you, that it defines for mark tag is defined for highlighting the text. Now if you want to cut this thing, there are three tags that are used for this purpose. The first tag is del, strike, another tag is s. These three tags are used for the same purpose, but these three tags have different meanings in them. Like the del tag, like I want to remove. Now come here. Okay, make me break this tag. So you can see I want to remove this, I want to remove this, I want to remove this. These three lines doing the same work. Why we should use del or why we should use s instead of using strike? So let's take a look on them. So the del tag specifies a part of a text that was deleted from the document. The browsers display this text as a strike through. The del tag, browser will display this text as a strike through, but the s tag defines that the text is no longer correct. This tag means that this is deleted from the document, but this s tag is telling that the content or the text is no longer correct or relevant. And the strike tag element displays a thin line, and that shows that it should not be there. But the very purpose of this, we should not use strike, we should always use del or s. Del is for telling the browser this text is deleted. Okay, our next thing is u tag that we use this so for in the very beginning. Now we are going again to use this tag. Let me nest it in p tag. So within p tag I'm going to use this u tag. So now this thing, the u tag, tells us that to underline the text, I'm going to use this u tag and tell it's going to underline. Now come back here and press F5. Now you can see the text is going to underline. This text is going to underline, and you can see the underline here. So the u tag is using for this purpose to underline the tag. But there is another tag that do the same thing but have a special meaning in it. Press F5. Now you can see both things are same, both text, the tags doing their work same for the viewer, for the user, but it is not doing its work same for the browser. It is telling the browser that is stylistically different from normal text, such as words or fragments of text that need to be presented differently. But for this tag, which is inserted text, telling the browser or defining the text that has been inserted or added to the document, the content of the tag is displayed as underline. But the actual thing is that it is telling the browser that this thing or this text is included. INS or inserted text is used when we delete something from our document. Like I give you an example, like um, I use a del tag here, and within del tag I use $100, and then I use inserted text and use $50. Now come here and press F5. You can see this. It is deleting this text or telling the browser that this text is deleted, and the another text should be used instead of this text. The $100 text should be removed, and that $50 text should be included or inserted or added. So these are the things that I want to tell you. And we can also use here S tag, but it is totally up to you how you are using or what is the purpose of using these tags. Now we are going to take a look on another tag, which is DFN tag. DFN tags actually defining the element or the term. It's a defining term that defines the group of things or text. So let me tell that HTML. I want to define HTML and come here. Wait a minute, I want to nest this DFN inside P tag. Just I want to drag it here, and I done this thing with pressing only Alt P, and I can move it upward and down. Okay, I'm going to use HTML and stands for hypertext markup language. Now press F5. Now it is actually coming in italic form, but it is mentioning that this thing, or it is telling that the HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So it helps the browser to search your content using SEO, search engine optimization, with some semantic meanings. Or the DFN tag, I told you that it helps us to define something or define a term, and this DFN, within DFN, anything that is written inside it comes or displayed in italic form. Come to our last but not least topic, which is pre-tag, pre-tag. Now when we use paragraph tag, we can say like I want to write a poem, I want to write something else, like I want to make the text indented, like I want to use I love eating. Then I want to add some spaces and want to say that I want chocolate. Then I also want indented and want something else like. Now if I run this thing, now you can see here I am indenting it and breaking my lines, but you can see when I refresh my page, it comes straightforwardly in a very straight line. Why this happens? Because HTML ignore extra spaces. Like if I make spaces between this thing and press F5, you can see it only counts extra spaces as one space and one space as it is. So for this purpose, if you want to make your text looking good, or if you want to make your text like this, so for this purpose we are going to make this thing happen using HTML tag, which is important in some cases. Just use P or E for pre-tag and then press F5. Now you can see I love eating, I want chocolate. Yeah, I got it. So it is exactly in a way that I wrote it here. So you can see a dramatic change, but you can see the font of this and this is very different. And if you want this font or another font like Roboto, just come here and use the style tag. It's a bonus tip for you. and then use font or Helvetica. Now come here, press F5. Now you can see it changes in another font known as Helvetica. Now it is looking good than this. So these are some very basic things that I want to tell you. So let me revise all the things. This is B tag for bold, and this is strong tag for having a very specific and important meaning in it, and very seriousness and urgency found in it, to tell the browser that this content is very good, and its way of looking to the user is make the text bold. Then this is I tag. We should use strong tag instead of using B tag. Then this is I tag. The I tag tells the browser to italize this text, but EM tag have a very specific meaning, that it emphasizes the content and make it more important for the browser in a very semantic way. So we should use EM tag instead of using I tag. Then another thing is we can use small or big tag, but it is not very important for us. We can use small tag to make our text smaller, and we can use big tag to make our font size bigger. Then another thing I want to tell you is, if you want to write chemistry or mathematical equations, we use subscripted text and superscripted text. So how can we use this? Just if we use subscripted text, the text will come or indented from the top, and if we use superscripted text, that text indented from its bottom. Now another thing is mark tag. It highlights the tag love, like love is highlighted. And then del tags tells the browser that this text it should be deleted, or this text is deleted from the document. And the S tags tells that this text is no longer correct. And the strike tag is not supported by HTML, so we should not use strike tag, but it also tells the browser to make a line on it. The next tag is U tag. U tag tells the browser to underline the thing, but it is just for formatting the text. But the INS tag, which means the inserted or addition of the text or whatever your content is, this thing tells the browser, or this tag tells the browser to insert this tag instead of this thing or this tag. So the del is telling the browser to delete this thing or to cut this thing, and tell the user this thing or this tag is inserting a line, underline. Then another tag is DFN tag, which is used for defining the text, and the HTML is defining, and it comes in the form of italicized, and then it stands for hypertext markup language, that tells the browser that HTML definition is here. Then another tag I want to tell you is paragraph tag that we learned, and we cannot use white spaces or extra spaces there. So when we can use it by using pre-tag. We can use pre-tag, and if you want to make many spaces, the browser will display everything that you wrote in your text editor, but the font will change automatically. So you have to use the style attribute, and then the font family, and then the font name. So this is our very basic topic about text formatting, and we covered everything about text formatting in this lecture. Thanks for watching.